Picture an abandoned psychiatric hospital standing tall yet forgotten amidst a desolate landscape. Its once vibrant walls, now a canvas of decay, whisper tales of a past life. It's a monument to human frailty, a derelict testament to the minds it once sought to mend. This grand structure wasn't always a ghost of its former self. There was a time when its halls echoed with the hustle and bustle of doctors and nurses, the air filled with a strange mix of despair and hope. But as the years rolled by, the hospital fell victim to the relentless march of time. Its once pristine walls crumbled, its vibrant corridors faded into oblivion, and its once lively atmosphere was replaced by an eerie silence that spoke volumes of its tragic past. The hospital's downfall wasn't just physical, it was symbolic. As the world outside evolved, the hospital became a relic of a bygone era, a grim reminder of the way we once treated those we didn't understand. But it wasn't just time that turned this once bustling hospital into a forgotten asylum. There were whispers, rumors of strange happenings that seeped into the town's collective consciousness. Stories of unexplained phenomena, of shadows that moved on their own, of eerie voices that echoed through the empty halls. These urban legends, whether fact or fiction, painted the hospital in a spectral light, adding to its aura of abandonment. The hospital, once a beacon of hope, was now a symbol of fear. It stood there, a towering monument of the past, untouched, unloved, and undisturbed. It was the kind of place you'd cross the street to avoid, the kind of place that sent shivers down your spine, the kind of place that was best left alone. But as the saying goes, one man's trash is another man's treasure. And so it was with our young couple. Amidst the decay and the rumors, they saw something else. They saw potential. They saw a future. They saw a chance to breathe new life into the old structure, to transform it into something beautiful, something alive. It was in this haunting setting that a young couple saw a future brimming with potential. Enter Jane and John, a young couple with dreams bigger than their budget. Jane, a fiery spirit with a knack for design, and John, a pragmatic man with a head for business, were two halves of a whole, bound together by love and shared ambitions. They dreamt of opening a hotel, a place where weary travelers could find solace and comfort. Their vision was grand, but their budget was modest. Yet, they believed in the beauty of their dreams and the strength of their determination. A chance discovery led them to an abandoned psychiatric hospital. To some, it was a relic of a grim past, but to Jane and John, it was a diamond in the rough. They saw past the decay and desolation, envisioning a unique hotel that married history with hospitality. With a leap of faith, they decided to transform the hospital into a unique hotel. Their journey was about to take a turn, veering into lanes unknown. The stage was set, the players in place. Armed with blueprints, hard hats, and a fiery resolve, Jane and John began the daunting task of renovation. The once intimidating structure of the abandoned psychiatric hospital, now their canvas, was ready for transformation. The renovation process was no walk in the park. From the onset, they faced challenges that tested their resilience and tenacity. Rotted wooden beams had to be replaced, crumbling walls needed reinforcement, and the eerie labyrinth of underground tunnels demanded a complete overhaul. Every inch of the dilapidated structure held a story, a whisper from the past. It was during these renovations that strange occurrences began to unfold. Tools would mysteriously move from their original places, doors would creak open without a breeze, and echoes of distant laughter would permeate the silent halls. But Jane and John, too engrossed in their mission, brushed them off as mere coincidences or tricks played by their tired minds. As the weeks turned into months, the transformation became evident. The once deserted asylum began to shed its skin of despair, revealing a structure that could almost be called inviting. The cold, sterile hospital rooms were transformed into luxurious suites, each with a unique charm. The grim, narrow corridors now sported warm lights and vintage wallpaper, creating a cozy ambiance. Even the once menacing underground tunnels were turned into an enchanting wine cellar, their secrets buried under racks of exquisite bottles. The transformation was more than just physical. It was a rebirth, a second chance for the building that had been shunned for decades. Jane and John's vision breathed life into the structure, infusing it with warmth and hope, turning the pages from its dark past towards a promising future. Finally, after months of sweat and determination, the hotel was ready to welcome its first guest. A lone traveler, weary from his journey, was the first to cross the threshold of the new establishment. Imagine a figure cloaked in mystery and intrigue stepping into the grand lobby of the renovated asylum. The air hums with anticipation. This is the arrival of the first guest, a moment both Jane and John had been waiting for. A hush fell over the room as this stranger, eyes scanning the surroundings, took in the grandeur of the place. The once abandoned asylum now echoed with the charm of a bygone era, skillfully revived by the couple. The polished marble floors, the chandeliers sparkling with 1,000 lights, the walls adorned with tasteful art, all bore testament to Jane and John's relentless labor. The guest's lips curled into a satisfied smile, a nod of approval that filled the couple's hearts with pride. Their initial interactions were cordial, even pleasant. Jane, with her warm southern charm, and John, with his quick wit, welcomed their guest, ensuring his comfort and satisfaction. The traveler, a man of few words, expressed his appreciation for the couple's efforts, his compliments adding a spring to their step. But as the evening wore on, peculiar incidents began to surface. A sudden chill in the air, a fleeting shadow in the corner of the eye, a whisper barely audible yet chilling to the bone. The once lively atmosphere now tinged with a sense of dread. The traveler, too, seemed different, his eyes bearing a strange glow, his demeanor once calm, now unsettling. Jane and John, though unnerved, dismissed these occurrences as mere figments of their overworked minds. But the unease persisted, growing stronger with each passing hour. Even the walls of the hotel seemed to echo with a foreboding whisper, as if burdened by the weight of secrets they held within. As night fell, an unease settled over the hotel, a chilling reminder of its past. Is this merely the product of their overactive imaginations, or is there something more sinister at play? Only time will tell. As darkness crept in, the once welcoming hotel began to reveal its true nature. The walls, once filled with the hum of renovation and the laughter of dreamers, now echoed with an eerie silence, punctuated by the occasional strange noise that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. The flickering lights, once symbols of progress and transformation, now cast long, haunting shadows that danced and twisted in the corners of the rooms. Jane and John, the dreamers, the brave souls who dared to breathe life into this forgotten asylum, found their courage waning with each passing hour. Eyes wide with fear, they clung to each other, their dreams of a bustling hotel now replaced with the chilling reality of their situation. Their first guest, a curious soul drawn by the unique history of the place, shared in their growing dread. His initial excitement had faded into apprehension, his sleep interrupted by the whispering walls and the chilling apparitions that seemed to lurk in every shadow. As the minutes turned into hours, the strange occurrences became more frequent, more aggressive. The flickering lights turned into full-blown power outages, the strange noises into disembodied voices whispering words of a bygone era. The chilling apparitions became more tangible, more real, their hollow eyes filled with sadness and anger. The fear that gripped Jane, John, and their guest was not just of the unknown, but of the realization that they were not alone, that the abandoned psychiatric hospital, though forgotten by many, was still home to those who could not or would not move on. Their dream of a hotel was now a nightmare, a chilling reminder of the building's dark past. And just when they thought things couldn't get any scarier, they discovered something that would change everything. In the heart of the hotel, a long-sealed room was uncovered. Hidden deep within the labyrinthine corridors of the refurbished asylum, it sat untouched by time and renovation. Unseen for years, its contents bore the weight of 1,000 untold stories. Faded photographs, dusty medical equipment, and patient files long forgotten whispered silent tales of the asylum's chilling past. A cold shiver seemed to run through the air, as if the room itself breathed an icy dread into the hotel's atmosphere. Suddenly, the dream of the hotel, the joy of their first guest, all seemed overshadowed by this discovery. An unease crept into the hearts of Jane and John, the young couple who dared to dream. They couldn't shake off the feeling that they had disturbed something that wished to remain undisturbed. What secrets does this room hold? And what does it mean for Jane, John, and their unwitting guest? Only time will tell. Y'all, we're wrapping up here, but don't you go anywhere just yet. Show some love, hit that like button. Fancy more content like this? Go on, subscribe and let that bell icon ring so you won't miss a beat. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, sharing is caring. Until next time, stay tuned.